Hello everyone. We'll wait for a few minutes until everyone will join into this event, and until that, just a second. Okay, so we are live right now, and we'll keep the music volume little bit lower. S- Yes. So, guys, if you had joined this live stream, just comment into the chat box so I can know if you are all listening to me. I'm just writing hello into the chat box. So if you are watching this live stream, please reply to my chat so I can continue, right? So if you're watching this live stream, reply into the chat, then I can continue. And I also need participation from all of you. Okay. Okay. So as we know, this is a live Q&A session. This is a live question and answer session about AutoCAD and Fusion 360. So if you have any questions related to that, you can just ask me. You can ask me your questions if you have anything into your mind related to that. So I will answer all your questions and I will try to answer them live in this video into this live stream. So I expect the most of the answers, most of the questions will be related to AutoCAD and about Fusion 360 only. So, and I am doing this live stream very late night, and sorry for that, guys. Okay, I'm still waiting for the first question to come into the chat box. Until then, I know I have very few viewers who are watching our channel continuously, but still we'll continue our live stream and we'll try to create something inside Fusion 360, a very new skill that I had learned into Fusion 360, working on surfacing, how we can create some cool surfaces inside Fusion 360. So I'm going to work on that as well into this live video. So if you are coming first time into this channel and watching my live stream first time, please pay attention and watch this till the end. Okay, so if you are watching this live stream right now, just comment into the chat box what sort of question, if you have any questions, any doubts, anything, any topics related to AutoCAD or Fusion 360, you can just comment into this live stream. Just comment into this live stream, then only I will be able to answer. If you'll ask a question into the chat box, into the comment section, then only I will be able to answer. So just ask your question if you're watching this live stream right now, because this is a live Q&A and this will be more interactive only when you will ask your questions. So it's okay, you can ask your question, I will keep answering them. Until then, Until then, what I will do, I will decrease the music volume little bit, and then I will move on to our Fusion 360. Here you can see this is my Fusion 360, and we're going to create something very cool right now into this tool. So, and to do that, what I will do, I will click on this canvas tool. So if you don't know, Fusion 360 has a canvas tool from where you can attach any canvas, any image inside your drawing or design workspace if you want to take that as a reference. So I will click on this canvas tool, right? And then I had to insert that file from my computer. So I will click on this insert from my computer, and then that file is saved onto my desktop, and this is that file. Here you can see the image that got inserted into as a canvas into my Fusion 360. I only have to now specify the face onto which I want to keep this image. So I will select this front face, and then I will press, before pressing OK, I will go on to the front view. We'll try to see my image. Yeah, so this is the image. I will scale it a little bit bigger like this. I'll press OK. So here you can see this is a simple 2D image that we're going to convert into 3D inside Fusion 360, and not just a simple 3D, that will have a very nice texture onto the surface. So just a second before we'll move forward, I want to move myself on one side of the screen so you can see the screen better. Yeah, okay, that's it. So I hope all of you can see me. Again, I am repeating, if you got any questions, if you got anything, just comment below into this live stream. Just comment below. It's important that since it's a live stream, it's important that you ask questions, right? So this is not just a tutorial, this is a Q&A session. So if you got any question, just ask into the chat box. So this is an opportunity for you. If you want to interact with me, if you got any questions, I will solve it right now into this chat box. Okay, so yep, as you can see, this is what we got right now. First thing that I will do, I will calibrate this canvas. I will set up this image on the right size, and to do that, I will go on to this canvas folder into the design tree. I will expand it, and here I can see my image that I had imported into Fusion 360. Here is this image. I'll make a right click and we'll click on calibrate, right? And new cursor got activated where I had to define 2 points to calibrate this image. And based on the inputs, based on the measurements I will give, it will automatically scale it up or scale it down the image. So I will select from this point to this point. From this point to this point in millimeter, I just want to keep 180 or maybe 200. Here you can see I can input the numbers from my keyboard, and then I will press enter, right? And image just got scaled up, right, to fit into the size that I had specified just few seconds ago. And again, I'm repeating, if you got any questions, just comment into the chat box, we'll try to answer them. So here we are. Let me know if you can hear me better. So I can see the music, you cannot hear the music, so let me start the music little bit. Yep, here it is. Okay, so this is the first thing. We had imported the canvas into Fusion 360, and then we also calibrated it to make it of a perfect size. And we want to convert this image into 3D, right? You know, it's a kind of photo frame, circular photo frame. By using some simple surfacing techniques inside Fusion 360, we'll convert this into a complete 3D. So right now, here it is. Now, the next thing that we'll do, will activate a new sketch using this sketch tool, create a sketch tool. It's very simple. Simply click on this tool. Tool got activated. Now you have to define the plane onto which you want to create your sketch, right? It's very simple. I will click on this front face as a plane. I will click on it. You can see it just got activated, but still I got some problems. The problem is this image is not concentric with the origin. As you can see, it's not symmetrical, right? So before that, what I will do, I will finish the sketch first. I will go on to the canvas and will again click on edit canvas. Instead of calibrating, I will click on edit canvas, and then I got a tool to move it up or down. But to see the origin, since you can see the origin is not visible over here, I had to turn it on from my design tree. Here you can see now it's visible. Now I will move my image little bit towards downward like this, so it will get calibrated, it will get adjusted with respect to this origin symmetrically. I will press OK. Right now I will go back to my sketch. Under this area over here, I call this as a design history space. I will go on to the design history space and click on this sketch. We'll make a right click and we'll click on edit sketch. Right, it's pretty simple. Now again we are back into our sketching work environment. You can see all the sketching tools are active. So again I'm repeating before we'll move forward. If you got any questions, you can just comment into the chat box. The questions can be related to Fusion 360, can also be related to AutoCAD. If you got anything, just ask me. If I know the answer, I will answer. Right. So I will activate my circle tool first. So this is the first tool. This is the first entity that we are going to create into this sketch. So we'll activate this circle tool. We'll select the center point and we'll create a circle like this. This circle is 128, I think. 128 millimeter. Here you can see. Now I will offset this circle using this offset tool. I will select this created circle, will offset it up to the exterior point of this image. So that's coming around 38 millimeter of offset. So we'll keep it 39, right? And we'll press OK. So you can see these are the two circles we created. Now what we want to do, we want to create 3D effect of these patterns that you can see. Right, so before that I will click on the finish sketch. I again have to readjust this canvas. Still it is not centered, right? It's not on the right space, not on the right area. So we'll try to do that. So just a second. uh, just a second. Yes, here it is. Now I will click on the edit canvas again and we'll move it little bit towards upward to make it centered perfectly like this. Here you can see now it is perfectly centered. I'll press OK. Let me know if you got any questions up to this point, guys. Just a second. So we are back now, right? And I can see there are few viewers in our live stream, not much, but you can also watch this live stream. When this live stream will end, all the recordings will be available as it is. We are not going to change anything, right? and I am also inviting some of the users from my social media. So just let me post these things, so if anyone is interested can join us as well. Just a second. Yes, we got onto our LinkedIn and WhatsApp. Yes, so we had just posted that we are live now. If you want to watch us, you can watch us live now at this moment. Question and just a second. Yep, we got it. So just a second. Yes, so we are back, right? So we are back, and I was talking about creating this 3D pattern inside Fusion 360. And before we'll move forward, again, I'm repeating, if you got any questions related to AutoCAD, related to Fusion 360, just comment below, right? I will try to answer all those questions. So here it is, we are going to convert this into 3D. So the first thing that we'll do, since we already imported the canvas and also calibrated that canvas, now our next task is to convert this as a 3D. So for that, again, we'll activate this create a sketch tool. We'll click on this front face as a sketch face. Yeah, okay. So there are few viewers. I can see Athar says it's saying hi. Hello Athar, how are you? Hello Athar, how are you? So what we'll do, we'll activate this T-spline point spline tool, and we'll try to trace the shape of these patterns, right? So to trace the shape of these patterns, I will start from one point like this. Here you can see, you you only have to trace down the external sketch of this pattern if you want to convert this to 3D. Right, here you can see it's very simple. You can trace it down like this. Here you can see it's pretty simple, right? You can trace it down like this, and also you can adjust your points if you got any problems, anything. You can adjust your points all the time, so don't worry. If all the points you can adjust at any point of time. Right now I'm only tracing the base sketch using the outer shape of this image that we had imported as a canvas inside Fusion 360. See, and here is the endpoint, and we are done. So here it is. This is the first profile that we just traced down inside Fusion 360. Okay, so let me check in the comment section if someone is asking something. Okay, so there is Fam Lutz. It's saying hi, bro. Yes, Fam Lutz. Hello, how are you? Hello. And if you're watching this live stream, I'm really happy that some of you are watching this live stream and want to learn something new today. If you got any questions related to AutoCAD or Fusion 360, you can just comment into the chat box. Again, I'm repeating. So now, using these fit points, I will try to adjust the shape little bit, right? I will try to adjust the shape. So I will simply select these points and will drag it like this to make it look more smoother, like it should look better, right? Here you can see on some areas I have to do little bit of adjustments, because when I was tracing this shape, I was doing little bit hurry. So now I have the complete control. Since I got all the spline points, I can simply adjust the shape like this. Here you can see it's real simple. Once you are done with the sketch or the profile, you can adjust your profiles all the time, and that's the freedom of using these T splines. And the real magic will start when I will start converting this to 3D, right? You will notice that how easy it is, but still we never explore the full potential of any of the CAD tool. We only scratch the surface most of the time as a user, right? But this time we're going to learn something new into this live stream. And again, I'm repeating, if you have any questions related to these two tools, just comment into the chat box, we'll try to answer them. So here you can see this is the base shape I had created, right? And before we'll move forward, we got few questions in the chat box. Fam Lutz is asking, bro, do you know abacus dynamic analysis? uh I don't know about anything about, I know little bit about analysis, but I don't have any experience with any of the tools. Okay. Okay, so when you do simulation, you are getting some error. I can understand, but for these things, you can join our community. There are so many people who are from different domains and backgrounds. You can get in touch with them. The community link you can find into the video description. Join our community. It's a WhatsApp community. There you can ask a question, and I believe I am confident that there will be someone who will be able to help you. But for me, if you personally ask with me, I am not much experienced in that. So you can see this is the closed profile we just created for this design. Now we want to convert this 3D. So before that, this is the sketch. I will finish it one. So if you'll expand our sketch folder, here you can see this is the sketch 2 in which we had created the profile. Now, before moving forward, I will turn off the sketch 1, right? I will turn off the canvas also. So this is our profile, right? That we created right now. Now I will activate this offset plane tool, right? And then we'll select this plane. And let's say for the 3D piece, we want it to be 3 mm thicker. So I will offset this plane by minus 3 mm. Here you can see the plane is now getting offset by minus 3 mm, and we'll press OK. So this is the new plane that we had created, this one. So new folder just got added as a construction folder where you can see this new plane that we created just now, right? And now what I will do, I will simply I will simply click on this new plane, and again we'll create a sketch on this plane, right? So you can see, so that sketch is on the below plane, and right now we are active to create a sketch on the new plane that is 3 mm offset from this plane. So this is the bottom plane, and now we are creating a sketch on some other plane that is on the top. So to create sketch on that plane, first we'll go on to the create panel and we'll project this sketch from that plane. So I will press OK. So here you can see that sketch from the bottom just got projected onto a new plane that is 3 mm upward, right? So now we'll turn off the bottom sketch. Again we'll go on to the top view like this. Using this view cube, I can go into the top view, and here into this plane, what I will do, I will activate this spline tool again, right? And this time I will create a spline from this endpoint, and I will turn on the sketch also, that old sketch, so I can create points like this. Here you can see, and I'm just following this midpoint area of this complete profile. Here you can see I'm just trying to create a profile that is following the midpoint area of this profile like this, and I will connect onto this point. Then I will click on finish, right? And here you can see this is the new spline I had created that is following the midpoint area, and will adjust it a little bit wherever I can find the inconsistency. To maintain that consistency, I can adjust the fit points as well. Here, little bit I can adjust it, right? Little bit like this. So here it is, so like this, and little bit towards inward like this. Here you can see, so it was simple. And we'll also add two more splines. One will start from this point to this point like this. Here you can see I will click on the finish, and one more onto this side, that will start from this point to something like this. Here you can maybe on this point. Yeah, and then I will click on finish. So this is what we had created. We had created three new points that is like working as a midpoint. Now what I will do, I will click on the outer profile that we projected using the project tool inside Fusion 360, and will delete that, right? So I will select that and will delete that. Now sketch tool is still active, and here inside the sketch palette I will activate this 3D sketch feature, right? Now here you can see this is my sketch. So now the trick is we are going to move the points. So this center spline that we had created, will select the end point of this, and after selecting this end point I will activate this move tool pressing the M keyboard shortcut, right? So I will use my M keyboard shortcut on my keyboard to move it little bit towards downward, right? And if you'll remember, we had created this new plane 3 mm offset, right? So I will activate the move tool, and the moment I will click, here you can see it will it will start moving. Okay, so let me select and we'll press M, and you can see it is active. Then we have to move it towards downward, so we'll select this downward arrow and we'll enter the value 3, and now that is getting connected onto that point. The point on that plane, here you can see it's getting connected onto these profiles, right? We'll do the same for this point also, move, but not that much, only maybe 1 mm, just to make the transition consistent. Here it is, I'll press OK. So you can see it looks a little bit consistent, right? It is starting from the bottom of this point and then a little bit towards upward. So just to maintain that consistency, I had moved it. Now we'll do the same onto this point as well. We'll select the point, we'll move it towards downward by 3 mm like this. Boom. We'll press OK. Now we'll select this point. Again, we'll activate the move tool by pressing M onto my keyboard. This time this one just by 1 mm. Okay. So here you can see it looks like I also had to move this point as well little bit, just to just we have to make sure that we are maintaining the consistency, maybe zero 0.5, and we'll press OK. So here it is. It looks like it is starting from the bottom and then it is going towards the top. We'll repeat the same for these 2 points as well. This one also will move it towards downward, right? And we'll move it by 3 mm, and it will completely touch. Then we'll select this point and this point to only 1 mm. So it will have consistent transition from top to bottom. Here you can see. We'll also see it from the side. This point also we have to move little bit, maybe zero point 0.5 towards downward, uh, or maybe zero point 0.2 will work. 0.2 millimeter. Yes, I'll press OK. So this also now looks very consistent. Now we'll do the same for this as well. Move it towards bottom by 3 millimeter like this, and then this point 1 millimeter, and this point zero point 0.2 millimeter. We'll press OK. There you can see we had created something that is passing through the center of it and looking something like 3D. We'll click on finish a sketch. So this is what we had created, right? Two different sketches on two different planes, but using the 3D sketch feature, we had connected these two profiles, right? Now what we'll do, we'll go on to the surface tool, and there you will find a tool called patch. So we'll activate this tool patch. We'll select this base profile first, and then there is a feature called interior rail points. We'll activate that, and we'll select the center profile like this. So the moment you will select the center profile, and then I will click on activate it again, and this time I will select this one and this one. So it must show me the 3D feature of my sketch, but we are not getting it. Maybe because of some errors we cannot see it. So maybe we have to sort it out. Maybe we are making it more in height, that's why the problem is happening. And to sort that feature, what we'll do, we'll press Control G maybe, or maybe we can try to look and see if something wrong is happening into our profile. So let me check. So I think possibly the wrong that is happening is with this profile. Okay. So we'll repeat this tool again. Patch. This one is patched, right? Then the rail. Yes, that's the problem. It's not working, right? Here you can see it's not working. So we'll press Control G to go back. Maybe we did something wrong. Uh, so where is our sketch? So we have to make sure that it is again coming to flat, everything flat. We'll press Control plus Y little bit. Just a second. Yeah, up to this point. So here maybe we had to change little bit. What change we have to make, will change this offset plane value. We'll edit this feature, and here instead of 3 mm, maybe we can make it 2 mm. I think we were taking much higher, that's because it's giving me an error. So instead we had just changed to 2 millimeter, and now again we'll repeat the same process. Since we changed to 2 millimeter, first we'll delete this outer sketch, right? And then we'll start moving the points. So let's edit this sketch and start moving the points again. So this time instead of 2, we'll move it by instead of 3, we'll move it by 2 millimeter only, like 2 down, and this one 1, right? 1 millimeter down, like this. Now this time again this one is 2, and this one 1, right? And this point is point 2, like this. Here you can see. And again also we'll select this endpoints. So if you got any question, just comment below. We'll try to help you, we'll try to answer those for you. So if you got any questions, so until then we'll don't know what questions you have in your mind until unless you ask your questions, right? So if you have any problem in Fusion 360 or AutoCAD, you can just ask, you can just comment into our chat box, into the comment section. Point 0.8, right? So here you can see again we had changed our profiles. So again it looks like 3D connected. and then we'll click on the finish sketch. We'll activate this tool called patch. We'll select the base face first, and then we'll click on this interior rail points and we'll select our interior rail, and it must convert it to 3D. So anyway, okay, so I don't need this one. Patch, select, okay, select again. I will select these two profiles also, and it should convert, but it's not converting. Maybe we have to adjust our profiles little bit, the center profile that we created, because that's where I think the problem is, onto the center profile only. Okay, so this seems to be correct, but still it is not working. So guys, again I'm repeating, if you got any questions related to Fusion 360 or SolidWorks or AutoCAD, just comment below. It could be anything about using the tool, about licensing, or it could be anything about how do I manage as a freelancer these two licenses. You can license of these tools. You can ask me those questions. If you got that, I will try to help you. I will try to answer it for you. So if you got any questions, just let me know. Just ask, because this is the best way you can ask any questions with me live into this live stream. So I'm here to help you. I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to answer your queries. Right. So just let me know if you got any questions. And right now I'm only adjusting the points. So our 3D feature will work, because it's not working at this moment. It is having some issues. So we'll run finish sketch. We'll edit the pass tool, and we'll try to repeat the process again. So again, this is not working. So, yup, what's the problem? Maybe we had to check. So this looks good, but still it is not working. Okay, so no problem. This is not working, but just for the demo, what I will do, I will show you. I had created that just few hours ago, and it was working at this moment. Maybe because of the tracing, we are not following the right path or the right profiles. That could be the problem. Anyway, I will just show you, just a second. And since, and also recently I had uploaded a very cool video about utilizing chat gpt to automate your tasks inside AutoCAD. So if you don't know, if you don't watch that video, just go and check out my channel. There you will find that video and you can watch that. That's also very cool video that you should explore, you should watch, right? So where it is, yes, here it is. Okay, so Rishabh Soni is asking, how can I work as a freelancer with CATIA? See, Rishabh, it's really very tough to get projects as a CATIA user, because you know what, the CATIA software is very expensive, and all the companies who are using that software are tier 1 companies, OEMs most of the time. And in case of OEMs, what happens, they are not very comfortable in sharing their files to freelancers, right? So it's really very tough to get projects as a freelancer using the CATIA software skill. It's really very tough. I know that problem, because even till today, most of the times I used to get projects as a freelance related to softwares like SolidWorks, AutoCAD, Fusion 360, because these softwares are mostly used by the community peoples, like the individual makers, small startups, medium scale enterprises. So it's possible, but in case of CATIA, I feel it little bit difficult. Even the few number of opportunities are available, but not as a freelancer. you have to register your proper company. Then maybe you can work as a third party contractor and service them as a CATIA user. So here you can see this is the design, 3D design I had developed inside Fusion 360. And this is not just a design. I just give me a second, I will show you. This is not just a design. We what we did, we also 3D printed this design using our 3D printer. So if you can see our screen, here you can see the same thing. We also 3D printed it, right, inside our Fusion 360. So it's for a project that we are working on right now, about one of the product that we are trying to develop. So this looks very good, but still we have to work little bit more on this product. Right now it's for a lithophane that we are creating, lithophane photo frame. So I don't know if you are aware about this lithophane concept or not. So but this is what we are trying to create. So yes, that is the thing. So in this process that you can see on your screen right now, there are these are all the steps that I had followed. Okay, so Rishabh is again asking that I'm a plastic design engineer. What should I do for freelancing? See, as a design engineer, there are much opportunities, because as a plastic design engineer, you can offer your design for molding skills, right? If you have knowledge about molding technology, then definitely you can offer your design for molding skills, design for 3D printing skills, because you know about plastics, their properties and everything. So but still, if you want to be, if you want to earn good money, you have to decide your niche, like in which niche you want to work, whether you want to serve as an enclosure designer for electronics industry, or for a consumer related products, or for a medical devices. So first you have to sort out these categories, then only you will be able to target your right customers. Otherwise it will all get messed up, right? Okay, so Mr. Srikant is asking that tomorrow I have an interview for mechanical design engineer. Could you suggest me which topic I should revise? So, Mr. Srikant, first you have to tell me that what kind of company it is. Then only I can guide you. Otherwise, because the design engineer role is not a very small industry. It's a very big industry. So you have to specify what kind of companies you are going to attend your interviews, right? So then only I can guide you, like what sort of topics you should revise and to be prepared earlier. So share your company details, what kind of company it is, whether it's into fabrication, whether it's into consulting, or it's a chemical industry, what it is. So for plastic design, I feel still SolidWorks is good, because when we talk about the plastic designs, most of the times it's the companies like small and medium scale companies, right? And in that case, uh, the best software will be definitely SolidWorks, because they have very huge community, and the adoption of this software is also very big. So there is a chance to grow faster using that software, SolidWorks. And but if you want to target the OEMs, like the tier 1 companies, then UZNX is also very famous these days, because their capabilities are super. CATIA is little bit outdated, but UZNX is the newer version of CATIA. So you can explore UZNX software as well, Rishabh. Okay, someone Technoboy, that's good tutorial. Technoboy, thank you so much. And there are so many tutorials available on my channel. You can check it out. It's about design, 3D printing, it's about freelancing, and also we have the courses available with certification for free, especially for mechanical design engineers, and that is all about DFM, design for 3D printing. So you can check out those as well. And the link for those website from where you can get access to our softwares is in the video description, into this live stream video description. Just go and check it out. uh, okay, so this is what we had created. I was talking about this thing. Okay, thank you everyone. So this is what we had created. So what we did first, we had, if I'll just go back here, you can see we had created few sketches. Like if we'll go back, if we'll show you the sketches, Here you can see what we did. We had created sketches on different planes, and then we connected using this same feature that I was trying to explain in this video, but that was not working luckily in this case. But anyway, this is the same process that we had applied. And the moment I was done with the sketches, I had used this patch tool. Here you can see I had used this patch tool. If I edit this patch tool, maybe you can see it. I had edited using this patch tool. I had selected the center line as the guide curve here, and then the interior rail as these points, these lines, and then we got a shape like this. And after that, what we did, inside the surfacing tool, if you'll go into the surfacing tool, if you will be able to see this feature called, the feature that is called stitch, right? So before that, I had used the patch tool. Here you can see this patch tool to patch the surface of my bottom, and then after patching I had used the stitch tool to convert this as a solid. So right now in my body, you can see all the bodies are solid, there is no surface. It's all because I had, after using the surface tool, I had patched all these things, and then we got a solid. And by using this solid feature, and by using the circular pattern feature, I got this feature, I got this complete shape. So this is what we created using Fusion 360 by following a simple hack, right? So the image that we got, if I'll show you, the image that was earlier was very simple image. Here it is. Just a second, it will take a little bit of processing because Fusion 360 is mostly cloud-based CAD/CAM softwares, and all the steps that you do, all the steps that you take, all the data that you are producing is getting synced with the cloud. So it takes some time, little bit in some cases. Okay, so again, before it is getting processed. Those who had not seen this 3D printed version of this, the same design, here you can see this is what we created and 3D printed inside our 3D printer after designing that into Fusion 360. So this looks very cool. I don't know if you had seen something like this before or not, but I believe I had seen these kind of things only as a marble pieces, not as a plastic 3D printed products. So this is what we had created and converted that to actual product. Okay, so here we are. So here you can see this is the design, and this is what we had 3D printed. So it's for a frame that we're creating for a photo frame. So let me know if you got any questions about this thing. Okay, so Mr. Srikant is saying that the sir company is related to agricultural machinery, including electrical tractors and precision farming attachment. Okay, I got it. So see, Srikant, if you are going to attend the interview tomorrow, then according to my experience, I believe the questions will be related to GD&T mostly, geometric dimensioning and tolerancing. Because if you are into precision machinery industry, whatever the design or drawing they produce, most of the time they are related, they follow a GD&T principles. So you have to practice little bit about the basic GD&T symbols, right? Because if you know the GD&T symbols, then definitely that is going to help. And the next thing is that you also have to study little bit about the material codes. For example, if in such companies, basically the sheet metal products are also regularly used. So study little bit about, just have a look little bit about the sheet metal products and what are the standard and the material used. Like there are different grades of stainless steel or some other materials. So just have a look about it. That definitely going to help you, as per my experience, because I'm not someone who carry 30 or 40 years of experience. I do have experience of about 10 years, but I had attended so many interviews, and as per my experience, I believe these are the two topics, especially the GD&T symbols. You will be you have to be able to identify the GD&T symbols, also the material codes and the type of materials. And since you are going for a mechanical design engineer position, I expect that you know little bit about the tool also, so that area could not be a problem. And also study little bit about the basic machine design principles like stress, strain, and the basic terms like this. I think that is enough. And apart from this, just don't worry, the interview will be good. And after this interview, when you are done with that, just comment into my video like whether these suggestions had helped or not, because I'm pretty sure these suggestions will help. So just comment into the video, we'll take it as a feedback whether it's good or bad, whatever. Okay, so guys, here it is. This is what we created, and now we'll move back to our AutoCAD. So in AutoCAD also, thank you, Srikant. So in AutoCAD also, few days back I had released a video of using Chat GPT, right? So Chat GPT to create custom commands. So if you remember, uh, earlier, whenever there is, let's say we have this drawing, and whenever we try to automate some task, we will use the list function inside AutoCAD. And most of the AutoCAD users, like 95% of the AutoCAD users, they don't have any knowledge about what is Lisp and how to program those things and how it works. Even myself, till today, before the release of Chat GPT, I don't have any experience like how I can automate my tasks. But in this video, I will show you. See, let's say we have this some AutoCAD drawing. It's basically a single line diagram, SLD diagram for a electrical charging connections, right? Here you can see, and here it has multiple charging units. And now if I want to number these chargers like 1 2 3 4, how we'll do that? Like we have to do it manually. One will write the text one over here, then two, then three, four, five, six, like that. But that's not an efficient way, because that way we are wasting lots of time. Let's say we have 100 chargers, right, or 200 chargers, then we are going to waste lots of time. So for that thing, we can utilize the Chat GPT, and I will show you how we can do that right now. So what we'll do, we'll open the Chat GPT. Right now on your screen you can see I am opening the Chat GPT, and I'm using the free version. I'm not using the premium paid or anything. It's just simple free version of Chat GPT. Right now I had opened. I only thing that I did, I had logged in using my username and password. That's the thing. Now I will ask Chat GPT to write a, so this is the prompt I'm giving to ChatGPT, write a Lisp function on AutoCAD to auto number. So what I'm saying it, to auto number. Here you can see I did some spelling mistake, sorry. Auto number, AUTO number, starting from 5. So here I'm applying a constraint that first number will start from 5. I can also start with 1 or 0, but I'm applying the constraint that it should start from the 5 with prefix. I'm also adding a prefix with each number. So let's add a prefix of my channel 3 diest. So if you're not followed my channel and not subscribed to it, just go and check it out. 3DIEST is my YouTube channel name. With prefix 3Ds, 3 dashed. So simple line I had written. Write a list function on AutoCAD to auto number starting from 5 with prefix 3 dashed. I'll press enter. And what it will do? It will quickly generate a autolisp command for me. Here you can see it's quickly generating a simple autolisp command for me. Here it is. I will copy this autolisp command. So if you click on here, it will copy the complete command into your clipboard, right? I will go on to my desktop. Right now I'm moving on to my desktop right here. I will make a right click, and then I will click a new text file, simple text file. Here you can see I will give it some name, let's say auto number, like that. And instead of extension .txt, I will change that to lsp, right? Auto number .lsp. I will press enter. I'll press yes, and will open it. Right now it is empty, but if I'll press Control plus V to paste the command that I had copied into my Chat GPT, I'll press Control plus V. Here you can see that got copied, and the command name is auto number 3 dash. Remember that. I will click on file, will click on save, will close it. So this is the Lisp file we had created using Chat GPT within seconds. Now we'll move back to our AutoCAD. I will load that Lisp function into the AutoCAD right now. So to load that, I will run this command that is known as app load. Here you can see app load. I'll press enter. and then I will locate that file, that is auto number file that we just created, onto my desktop. I will click on load. I will click on always load, and here you can see it just got loaded, right? Auto number.lsp successfully got loaded. I will click on close. Now I will again search for the command auto number 3 dash. So this is the command we just created. It's a custom command we created using chat gpt. Inside chat gpt we had created this command, and we'll press enter to activate this command, right? So I can see there are some problems. We have to repeat that auto number, and this is the command 3 dash. But what it is doing right now is it is asking me to select text entity. So that's the problem. We don't want to select any entity. We want to start creating new entity, right? So we'll move back to chat gpt. The command has some problem, and we'll ask chat gpt to, okay, so it will ask the chat gpt to, okay, so it has given some, okay, so select the text entity, replace the text with the content with 3 dash 5. Okay, so I will revise the top command with don't ask user to select text entity, directly start placing numbers. So this is the instruction I'm giving to revise it, that complete command. It will quickly revise the complete command. See, done. We'll copy it again. We'll go back to the same text file, or we'll open it, and we'll remove the completed, and we'll paste it the new one over here. We'll click on save, close. We'll go back to AutoCAD again, right? And here we'll again repeat the upload command, the same process. We'll run it again. Select it, load, close, right? Now we'll run auto number 3 dash. Now if I'll click on the corner here, you can see it is creating command all the text file within the second. But again there is a problem. It is creating all the numbers at once. We want to create one by one. So again inside our chat gpt we forgot to put one important constraint, that is in the above commands all the numbers should not be placed at once, right? It should be placed one by one, right? So it should be placed gradually, gradua double gradually, one by one, right? After each click, after each click. So again it will revise the existing command, right? Here you can see it has revised it again. We'll again copy it, paste it into that file, replaced it. So we'll click on save, close. We'll move back to our AutoCAD, right? We'll delete this one. We'll click on upload. Same process all the time. Whenever you are revising your list command, you have to repeat the same process. We'll click on close, auto number 3 dashed, and this time if you click on this corner, first number created, second number created, third number created, fourth, fifth, sixth, like that. If you keep clicking, it will keep creating numbers. Here you can see. So what we did, we had created a custom commands to generate all these numbers that you can see, like 5, 6, 7, and up to 14, using this simple chat gpt function. And this command was not available inside AutoCAD. We are completely developed it from the scratch. So chat gpt has made us really easy for all of us to develop some custom auto list function inside AutoCAD. So this is the thing that I want to suggest to all of you. Just go and explore. Just by providing simple commands and prompts, you can solve your repetitive task very easily, right? You can solve all your repetitive tasks very easily. So don't wait, just go and explore how you can utilize this feature and create something very useful and very unique, and you can differentiate yourself from other inside your company, inside your organization. So if so, let me know, was that helpful into the chat box. Just write yes if that is helpful. Just write no if you think that this was not helpful. Just write something into the chat box, then only I will able to understand. So I think this was all about today live session. We were streaming from about 1 hour, and I think that's it for the today. We'll be meeting you some other day, and we'll solve few more queries and questions if you got any questions. So thank you so much all of you guys for coming and listening to me. We'll see you in the next live stream. Until then, keep learning CAD, 3D printing, and all the mechanical stuffs. See you in the next live stream, guys. Thank you so much. I am ending this live stream right now.